Hi everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're going to play some more Mono Blue Devotion and Pioneer. So, I'm going to make a couple of changes to it this time. I think we're going to put two Benthic Biomancers in this deck to help curve a little bit. I'm just going to play 23 Basic Islands. Basic Island is the best card you can be playing with Tempesh in, and I don't really believe in Mutavault, and I don't really want coming to play tapped land, so screw it, we'll just play Islands. We don't have Copter to help get rid of these, but hopefully Thassa can stop us from drawing too many. And if, Biomancer can always exchange one of these for a different card, hopefully. So the other advantage is having extra 1-drops will make Wizard's Retort on turn 2 a little bit more likely if we want it. So hopefully that helps. And to make that happen, we just play 23 Allens and then only 3 Hypnotic Sprites. So that way it gives us the 2 slots to play 2 extra 1-drops. Other than that, we're just playing a lot of 4-ofs in this that are the same as last time. I think all these cards are fine. Especially playing at instant speed helps a lot with the counter spells. So we can look at it. This is an effect we can do at instant speed. For 4 mana, this is an instant speed. This is a counter spell at instant speed, flash, instant, flash, and also an instant. So I think, we can pass the turn without having to tap out a lot, and that's a nice thing about this deck. So hopefully this works out pretty well. Their sideboard now. I don't think we need Jace Architect of Thought at the moment. With Copycat being banned, Jace Architect of Thought, it's still a fine card, but its primary purpose was to keep us from dying to Felidar Guardian, so I don't think we need that slot right now. So we just put the Tidebinder Mages in the sideboard. Still have 2 Sorceress Spyglass in case we run up against something like Aetherworks Marvel. A bunch of counter spells and Rapid Hybridization, just generally good cards to have. There's other options, like you can play Ashiok in the sideboard, and there's definitely an argument if you expect that you're going to play against like the Aristocrats kind of decks, then maybe that's correct, but I'm hoping that we can lean on our counter spells. I don't think if we're going to go up against that deck, it's going to be really tough for us because it's a lot of triggers and they don't have a good way to interact with most of them, but that's just how that's going to be. So I don't really want... I'm not sure where I would stuff the Ashiok in the board at the moment, so... But I think that Hybridization is fine, especially against like Thing in the Ice. Like this is a very strong card, even against Control. I'm sorry, not now there are some other matches where we want this, where they have like some critical creature that we have to destroy. I'm just trying to think like if someone has... My immediate thought was a creature like Lyra, where it's like the creature itself is a much bigger threat than the 3/3 Frog Lizard token. So that's definitely possible. There are some situations where that's going to come up. Thing in the Ice is probably like one of the more common ones that you'd see. But I don't know, we might want this card, and maybe not. Maybe we find that we're not playing it enough. It works pretty well with Tidebinder Mage though, so that's worth considering. I mean, it can blow up Walking Ballistas too. I mean, it makes them get rid of all the counters on it, which is kind of nice. There's also an argument that maybe some Ratchet Bomb in the sideboard's not a terrible idea because it deals with like the Field of the Dead tokens and stuff like that. But I don't know, we'll try it like this. I think our control matchup should be fine. We have Spyglass for their Planeswalkers and then like a bajillion counter spells for their deck, so I'm not super concerned about them. I think we can grind it out. Other than that, I think that's all I have to really say about this, so let's go play. I don't know, Magic has kind of just been like, for me lately. But Pioneer, like, I still kind of have hope for this, that it's not going to be the same experience, but I don't know, it's too early to really have like an opinion on it as a format, because it's way early into its development stage where they're still regularly banning cards, or it probably will be anyway. There's an announcement for tomorrow, and I doubt that anything is going to get announced as being banned, but it's possible it could. I don't know if there's any super huge problems at the moment, but well, we'll find out. So I do think another deck I might be interested in trying is like either, well, I really like blue-white control, but blue-white spirit seems like it'd be really strong. I have it in paper. Alright. We are on the play. That sounds good. I think we're gonna mulligan this. This is definitely better. Put a land in the bottom. They kept 7 cards. I mean, this has a decent curve to it, because then we can go Trickster, Jin, Jin, and then probably play anything that we draw. Alright. This looks like it's either mono green or elves. Either way, it's probably fine. Upkeep, we're going to Trickster this elf down. Let's not let him just skip right to 3. Then we can play Jin, and hopefully that'll be good. So what they do here is going to tell us what they're kind of up to. My guess is it's elves. Yeah, there has to be. There's no way they're playing both of these if it's not. Alright, that's fine. Well, I mean, it's not fine. If they have... Alright, well, maybe it's fine. If they have Shaman of the Pack, then it could be a problem. I guess we're going to attack, too, because I don't think there's any reality in which they're attacking us. Or not, they're not blocking it, so... But next turn we can just jam Master of Waves. And get 6 elementals. Like, they're actually very close to dying, too. The 6 elementals is a huge amount of pressure. Depends. They might have removal. I don't know if the elf deck is playing a bunch of removal in their deck, but they have options. Like, they could just play, like, Assassin's Trophy in the deck. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Alright, you have a bajillion elves. That is a lot of mana. Again, like, if they, like, just Shaman of the Pactus, we're in a shit ton of trouble. Nissa, alright, that's strong. It only has 1 counter, so they can't do it again next turn. Yeah, they don't really want to attack into this, so... I guess here... Yeah, I think we want to... I could kill Nissa if I want. All I can do next turn is just make a plant token. If he goes to 12, like... I think what's going to happen is we're going to play Master of Waves this turn, make 6 tokens. He only has 2 cards left. He can make a plant token, but he can't put another counter on all of his creatures. Then if they attack, like, we don't even have to be concerned about it. Let's go after his life total, though. The Master has arrived! Finally. We don't really get to use Master of Waves to fix board states like this very often. Or at least, we haven't yet. It's still, this is what, the 3rd time that we're doing this league, so... Yeah, it's... Master of Waves is still kind of new for being able to play it in this deck. Well, this is only like the 11th match I think we played with this on this channel. Ooh, Proliferate's not bad. And I don't think Proliferate is going to kill us. I think, on the other hand, these can chump block these forever if I have to. And I mean, the Tempest Jin also is threatening to win in a few turns anyway. It'll go to 8, and then the turn after, then just attack for 8 in the air. So yeah, honestly, we don't even need to attack with these. As long as we can just not die with the tokens, I think we're fine. Tempest Shan will win in the air while Master of Waves keeps the ground at bay. On the other hand, if we draw like another Master of Waves, like that's insanely difficult for them to come back from. Okay. Why do this? I guess you wanted minus Nisa again? That's the only way this makes sense. Otherwise, you should have waited till my turn to do that. I think here if you attack, do I even block? No, I probably do want to block if you attack. No, I don't, because I can just kill you. Never mind. Okay, well then I think that was a mistake. I think they should have waited to do this till our turn. Yeah, attacking is suicide for them right now. Brazen Borrower is pretty fine, but we still need to play this other Tempest Gen, I think. What happens? So you have 4 blockers. You can block 4 of these things. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait a minute. Are you just dead if I attack with everything? So all of these are 2 power, right? 2, 4, 6. You can block 4 of these. And then you take 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, yeah, we're just attacking with everything. Think. We'll tap down one of their creatures, and then we can just bounce another thing if they try to, like, I don't know, tap this down. I think that just kills them, so yeah, fuck it. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's how we just win, so... Okay, well, that was easy. Master Waves getting in for the win. Okay, well, Tidebinder Mage seems like it'll be very good here. What is not particularly good at? I think we want to keep Thassa. Maybe Wizard's Retort or maybe Hypnotic Sprite are not as good. Harbinger also seems fine. Like, most of these cards are, in fact, pretty good. I'm going to say Benthic Biomancer, and we have to cut 2 more cards. Benthic Biomancer on the ground doesn't do much. However, Harbinger keeps us alive longer by slowing them down. Trickster and Tidebinder also keep us alive in the ground. Flying, I think, is very good in this matchup. So we gotta take out 2 more things. Thassa, at the same time, is like a 5/5 that also makes all of her stuff unblockable too. So she's not the worst, but maybe it can cut 1. And we gotta cut 1 more card. I guess maybe 1 Wizard's Retort. Alright, I'm just gonna do it like this. We'll see how this works out. I think most of these cards are fine. I mean, this hand does have a curve. Like, I guess we have to keep this. We can bounce something with Borrower, and then, like, Or we can even just flash in Trickster and then like hold up Brazen Borrower, and then maybe turn 3 Master will be fine. Or I'm sorry, turn 4 Master if we draw another land. We also have the option to counter spell in turn 3. They mulled to 6, that's also a good sign. So you had 4 elves with a Nissa, like that was a pretty strong draw for them, like, but wasn't strong enough to beat Master of Waves. I do think I want to play this on turn 2 if I can, because I want to get the Devotion. Yeah. Forest Elf. Thassa is also very good. However, they have the option to like turn 2 Nissa here if they so choose. Depends. They could be like low on 1-drops. Or it could just be like a bunch of mana elves and no payoff, so that's entirely possible. How brave do you feel? Brave. Okay, that makes sense. The only thing we could have is like Spectral Sailor, and it wouldn't be that good. Oh, well, this is perfect. Because this can slow him down. And I'd much rather, if we're gonna flash into Devotion, I want to have more options to do that. Now this has a hard time attacking into this. We might just jam Thassa so we can scry for the land for Master of Waves. Let's see. Their deck might also have Collected Company in it, so the Hypnotic Sprite could just miss on that entirely. But I'm assuming the Black Splash is for Shaman of the Pack. You're not attacking, so they didn't do anything here. Yeah, I think I do want to attack. Because I don't think they're blocking. Alright, let's play Thassa, because we really want to start just slamming Master of Waves. And this gives us the best chance of doing that next turn. And we also have the option to wake up Thassa then with just Trickster and Sprite, but almost definitely we're going to try to find Island, Slam Master, get 4 tokens, and then Slam Master and get 5 tokens. Thassa wakes up. Yeah, that should be pretty good. We have 3 cards left, so what are they? Seems like probably no 2-drops or 3-drops because they would have cast them. It's hard to imagine what they have in their hand. They didn't really... It could just be like a lot of lands. Alright, Winding Constrictor. That seems fine. They're just... If that's their plan with Nissa. Bottom. Temptation. That's actually fine because that wakes up Thassa. Do I want to do that, though? That's the thing. It might just be better to hold up Sprite in case they try to counter or play Nissa, and if they don't, we can just flash in, like, Brazen Borrower, or even just... Yeah, I think just not doing this right now is the best thing. So if they play Nissa, I want to counter it. Absolutely. This Nissa with the snake on the board is way too strong. If not, I can just flash in Brazen Borrower, that's fine. Then I can start attacking in the air. And then that gives us the opportunity, again, next turn to draw land, play Master of Waves. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 1 land. If it's Nissa, they have to play it now, right? Because they have everything set up for it, and they have the mana to do it. And it might even be worth holding on to this just in case they play it at this point, because I think we can win with just the Borrower and Thassa. Thassa can brick wall them like forever. You going for it? No, what's this? That's not good. X equals 5? Yeah, okay. So let's see. If I flash in any one of these two things, I can wake up Thassa. So the question is, which one is worth flashing in right now? Borrower, I mean, we're going to take a bajillion damage from this. I really don't want to... I guess I'm going to use Trickster. I want to hang on to the Borrower because maybe... No, I don't... I guess... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can cast it for 7 again anyway, so... Just kill off this thing. They have no cards left in hand. No, I don't need that right now. Oh, I need, like, another freaking land. So, I think here we're probably just tapping this thing down with Trickster next turn. It has reach, so I can't really attack into it. We're so mana choked now, because if we can just start jamming Master of Waves, there's like no way they can come back from this. We can trade with this Serpent just on the basis of Master alone. We're also threatening to just block with like Thassa and Harbinger of the Tides and kill it that way. That is not a big deal at all. Yeah, okay. Let him attack. Because now I can wake this up and we can double block it. Right. So, yeah, we were effectively able to trade this Trickster with this 7/7, which was pretty good for us. Because again, like, just drawing a land and jamming Master Waves is just nut crushing to them. So, come on, land, island. Yes, on top. Yeah, if they want to trade, that's fine. I don't think they do. Yeah, this looks like it's going to take a lot for them to draw out of this, but I think we've got this one pretty by the balls. So it doesn't look like an elf deck. Maybe this is like the Hardened Scales deck, but that's really weird. They haven't played anything that made it look like that. I don't really need that right now, do I? It doesn't really hurt, but I guess we'll keep it on top because the extra mana will help us later. Because next turn, if we draw like another land, we can play Jin and hold up this. Like, they might just concede here. Because, like, what do you do to come back from this? I don't think you can do anything. Attack with Thassa and the Elementals. You can trade with one of them and then just take a lot of damage. This seems pretty hopeless for their deck at this point. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You take 12. I mean, you have to chump block because we're attacking for 17 damage right now, and you're only at 16, so... So you take 12, go to 3. Is there any way... Like, Thassa just, like, makes 2 things unblockable and kills you, so... Or 4. Okay, yeah. I can do math. I don't think it really matters. Alright, they lost. Great. So actually, yeah, I think given that they played, like, these 2 cards, I think this might have been, like, a Hardened Scales version of this deck and not Elves. They just have, like, a bajillion of these guys in their deck. They just didn't really show us, like, anything that made it look like it. I guess, because I think Nissa is also in the Elf deck sometimes, so it could be in both of those lists, so... On game 1 alone, they didn't really kind of tell us what their deck was doing. I think if they're playing like Hardened Scales, we're probably lucky that they didn't just draw like the actual enchantment, so... Or Walking Ballista, that would have been bad. Alright, we get to be in the play again, so cool. TC Keg Tapper. Alright, well, this is an instant mulligan. This is not very good either, but I don't think I can afford to, like... Can I... If I go to 5 cards, like, is this really any better? I'm gonna keep it. Like, this is not particularly good, but whatever. We can cast Masters, and hopefully we draw something, then we'll be in business. We just need anything with, like, any not land. Alright, so is this Vampires? The one time we need to not have a land, like, you know, we can't seem to do it, but... Alright, I guess Harbinger would be very good to draw this turn. Again, we're still pretty much anything would be fine. If we miss again, though, then we're in deep shit. That's actually okay. Because that can get us some tokens back. I don't want this thing attacking, and they can afford to pump it up right now. But I'm also just hoping they don't have removal for Master available. Well, they're taking one of them. Yeah, that makes sense. Master is pretty pathetic with just himself on the board. I don't know if blocking these are really going to help us that much. The thing is, this is going to get so big if we lose that much life. But this is, they can also just make this like a 4/5. What a fucking 1-drop. This thing is incredible. So we can't kill this even if we wanted to. And I don't know, I think we just have to take this. Yeah, we're in deep shit right now. They have a lot of cards in there that they could use to kill off shit. Thassa is not terribly great at the moment. Guess we're not blocking again, so we have to attack. This Wizard's Retort is online, but only just barely. No, absolutely not. So this looks like a vampire tribal deck. Yeah, that's gonna get bigger. Yes, definitely that. Because I can use that to surprise kill one of these things. Do I want to do that? I might. So, the problem is, I probably just need to tap this down. Because if I let them attack, then I can make Thassa a thing. No, I can't even do that. No, Thassa's not blocking, so I'm definitely just tapping this shit. Alright, well. Never mind. I only have 2 Devotion out at the moment. Just have to go to 5. Hope they don't have more Fatal Pushes, because I have to keep Devotion alive for her. Well, that's bad, because I guess Tempest Shin does the trick. Maybe Brazen Borrower would be good. Oh, we're dead. Gray Merchant. Alright. Yeah, that was rough. But I think that's one of those cards that, like, Rapid Hybridization is actually worth killing. I think we want Disallow. Right? I think Biomancer seems like it's really bad here. I have 3 more. I have to cut 3 more cards. Honestly, like... I mean, counterspells might be too much. These things are hard to kill. Master Waves is a way of stabilizing. So what 3 cards come out? Like, I guess I could take out Hypnotic Sprite. It just... Yeah, Borrower seems okay, but not amazing. Maybe I don't need all these... it's just, I'm not sure what to do, because, like, the Storm Tamers can counter things like Fatal Push, so... And I don't want to cut too many 2-drops because we need to keep our curve if we want these cards alive. You know what? Maybe that and one more card. Just thinking, the Disallow, like, I don't know, maybe... We have Wizard's Retort. If I play Gray Merchant, we need something that can counter that. And the Sprite can't do it. I don't know, I'm going to do it like this. I don't know exactly what the correct way to do this is. Flying seems like it's good. Jin seems like it's also good. Well, I don't think we can win like this. This seemed much better. But it's still very vulnerable if they just, like, Thoughtseize us in turn 1. Their deck, I don't know if it's, like, more of, like, a tribal deck or if it's, like, a mono-black Devotion. It could be that, actually. Because they did just play, like, you know, things that had black mana pips. So no Thoughtseize is good. Pass. Alright, so if we can draw another land, then that would be excellent. If they play, like, Gifted Aetherborn, I can just bounce it. Yeah. Let's just use our mana and be efficient. Ah, a stupid Urborg. I can't just tap my lands now. Oh my god, I hate that so much. We need to drain this swamp so that our lands stop being underground seas. Yeah, I guess. Flying and first strike, huh? Well, it feels like they're not attacking us with it. I can attack pretty safely here. Just play another Jin. And then maybe next turn, if they kill this somehow and attack, then Harbinger is an option, and maybe Trickster is an option with it. We have lots of flying, and their first strike is not really meaningful at the moment. Oh. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I might not even block this. Well, I mean, that's not great. I could attack Soren, actually, and kill him. I think that's what I have to do here. Would have liked to have drawn a land, but this is okay, because Master Waves might still be enough to win anyway. Let's kill Soren. So Soren makes me think they are playing Vampire Tribal, and that Grey Merchant is just kind of by coincidence that it fits in their deck. The same way, it's like the same for them that like Merfolk is for this deck, where like a lot of the creatures just are Merfolk, but then the Devotion Enablers also just happen to fit in with that too. Fucking hell, dude! You are really good at Magic cards. Alright, you gonna Fatal Push this, or no? You could attack now. I can't do anything about it yet. It's a 4/5. So here's the cool thing. If he attacks with this, like, I can just, like, Harbinger it back. If I play Master Waves right now, then it actually doesn't do anything, because he can just sack this to kill off Master, so I think I just have to pass the turn. If he attacks with his stupid Drana, then I'll just Harbinger it back to his hand, and if not, at end of turn, I'll just play Brazen Borrower. But yeah, I can't play Master while this is on the board. That's just... Yeah, he can play... Yeah, like I said, this thing just trades with Master if that's the case. But if I can get this off the board and then I can kill Soren, then I can deploy Master. So I'm actually kind of hoping that he uses Soren's ability first and then attacks. Okay, great. Just that? Interesting. I guess I'm gonna use Harbinger. May as well. It's tempo. If we can draw another Brazen Borrower or a Trickster, we can still kill Soren. Yeah. Holding this back to protect Soren seems smart. Fuck. Alright. That's gonna hurt. That could have been much worse, to be honest. I guess at this point maybe I have to just play Master of Waves. Oh, whoops, hold on. I didn't want to tap that for mana. Yeah, there we go. But now he has to use Sorin to sacrifice the vampire. This has first strike, so it can kill off either one of these, and these are not strong enough to kill Sorin yet. But that's fine. If they have Fatal Push, that would be terrible for us, because they can actually use this, kill off Master, and then Fatal Push a Tempest Djinn. Okay. Oh, you're going to sacrifice the Mutavault to kill it. That makes sense. Yeah, I think we're still looking for a way to get rid of this so that we can go after Sorin. Actually, Thassa also is pretty good right now, because then it would let us get in with the Djinn unblockably. What are you doing here? Okay. What are you targeting with? Okay, yeah, you target it when you do this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We need him not to play more Gray Merchants, though, because that's like the one thing that I cannot really beat at the moment. No, I can't really block this. I mean, actually, fuck, maybe I should have double blocked it. Yeah, we're gonna kill Sorin, that's the plan. Damn it! He had push the whole time. So, yeah, okay, so we would have double blocked, then we would have gotten destroyed. Yeah, this seems hopeless. Like, I don't know how the hell we're supposed to deal with this. I can put Sorin at 2, but this is gonna be brutal. So, how do I do this here? He is attacking for very close to lethal. I don't think we have a line that can beat this, because if I play Master, he can just sacrifice this Aetherborn and kill it. And then pump this thing up and attack, and it's like, this is just a fucking mess. The Borrower can be flashed in to block this thing, I guess. I need to try to deal with this, because if I can't get it off the board, then this is going to be very hard to stabilize with. I don't have an instant or sorcery in my hand. Alright, how do I block and not die here? You can afford to pump this thing up. This is terrible. I guess I can kill either one of these. You can kill one of these with Gray Merchant. The Merchant dies, and then it'll take 2, 5, and 8 damage. And then Sorin just kills me. That doesn't work. I think I just have to block like this. Because if I block any other way, I am dead to Sorin. Because he can just sacrifice a vampire and kill me. I guess I could have countered it, but like that isn't really what I want to be doing it either. Yeah, I guess. Okay, you know what? That's actually not the end of the world, though. Oof. Alright. So, I can send the Jin over here, play another Master Waves, and I have protection for it. I can also Rapid Hybridize this thing, too. But I probably want to hybridize this. Let's kill off Sorin. Alright, it's not over yet, but we are on life support right now. So I have two options to deal with the flyer, but both of these are huge problems. Yeah, you're gonna... So here's the thing. I could kill this and deny him an extra card. Because then he can only draw 3. I think I'm gonna do that. So his attacks are not very good at the moment. Well, that wasn't very good either. I don't think I can really afford to attack at the moment. I also don't want to play this and tip off what I have. Yeah, this is really, really dangerous right now. Sure, I have an island. See, we got him to cast a Thoughtseize for free, so that's nice. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I have nothing. I guess I could have countered that. Whatever. Now I should have used this thing, but that's still really bad because like I think we were probably gonna lose. I just should have used the Siren Storm Tamer and prolonged it another like 2 turns. Whatever. That's fine. I feel like that's probably not a good match for us. This one, on the other hand, they're keeping 7 cards in the play. We're on the draw, but we only have 1 land. No, can't do it. This is definitely better. Well, this is actually not much better. Whatever, we gotta keep this. We'll put Thas on the bottom, because the chances we'll draw the 4th one are pretty fucking low. At least there's 2 cards that we can cast here, and we have lands. It looks like this is the red Sly deck. I'm guessing this is the mono-red build. So, Merfolk Trickster is actually pretty good. We don't want to be drawing lands when we have nothing to cast with them. I don't know. The randomization of this sometimes just really frustrates me. This wasn't a particularly good 6. Like, we had a pretty bad 7 into a pretty terrible 6, and it just was going downhill from there. Oh, Shivan Reef. So, are you telling me you have blue cards in your deck? Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? What? We put the 4th one on the bottom of the deck and we still managed to draw it. Oh, this is so fucking disgusting. Why? Why is it like this for me? I'm sorry. I don't like to I don't want to just sound like I'm complaining all the time, but like seriously, come on. Really? How bad does my life have to get with this? That is okay, so this is the Ensoul Artifact. Alright, that makes sense. Fuck. So it's a 5/5, so it doesn't even... Yeah, I guess I just have to, like, trickster it, right? Because I can't afford this thing killing me. We really need to, like, bounce this to his hand. Now we can't really attack. Okay, no, we're on... Our deck is Mono Thasas and Islands. That's what we're playing today. I just hate, like, this is stupid. How is this even a real game? Come on. I don't even want to continue playing this game because, like, this is just so dumb. We can't come back from this. They're getting everything they could ever possibly want, and we're getting 4 Thasas and, like, 5 islands. No, I'm not blocking. I can't. Why? I hate that too. I don't like that when Magic Online asks you if you want to block, and there's literally nothing you can block. So, I guess I need this on top. I don't really want to be attacking right now. I need to try to, like, wait so that I can trade Jin with this Copter. But we're also vulnerable to Lightning Strike on, like, Trickster, keeping this thing offline, and then we probably just die. But I need Thassa to block this. That's the plan. Are you going to Ensoul Artifact this stupid Stone Coil Serpent? And make it a fucking 9/9 trample? Why this one? I don't understand. How is that better? Oh, wait, you have removal. That's... No, you just can't. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, you just attack for 10. I can't afford to block this either. Like, I have to wait one more turn so I can trade these two. And I have to find some sort of bounce spell to deal with this. No. Blocking is suicide. There's no way to win if I block. Alright, well at least we know it can't be Thassa again because we put the other one in the bottom of the deck. That card is not going to do it. That one is actually okay. But again, I can't really attack here. Does this still do anything though? Because he can just... No, this actually doesn't do anything. No, it does. I have to just do it before he attacks, that's all. Because I can't block it. If this thing hits me, I die. So I need to tap it down so that it doesn't kill me. And then I can try to trade Jin with this Copter and block with here. That's the only plan at the moment. Yeah, if that thing hits me, I'm dead. But I still have to scry a bounce spell to the top so I can not die to this. Or a Harbinger, or a Brazen Borrower, or a Trickster keeps me alive. If he has a removal spell for Jhin, then we are just dead anyway. I mean, Trickster is trying its damnness to make this a thing, but this is stupid. There's no way that like we can. These are 2 dead cards in her hand. We may as well just mulligan down to 4. Well, if my choice is either block or die, I choose block. What is this? That's also terrible for us. That we need to keep on top. So now Thassa's blocking here, and the Trickster, and yeah, these 2 are blocking here, and we have to take 1 from this. Okay, well, we're trying, like, we're trying so much, like, on what was effectively 4 cards, because these 2 are just, they're donuts. May as well not even have them. What is it? Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Can I actually do anything about that? Like, I have to bounce this because I actually can't block that. But I think we're just dead now. Yeah, no, you drew 3 Ensoul Artifacts, like... Yeah. This one is unblockable, so that has to go away. None of these have flying, so casting this doesn't actually do anything. These have trample, so... Is this enough to not die? I don't think so, because this is still 7. Yeah, we're dead. Because we take 2, 3, so... No! That was horse shit! Come on. If we hadn't had to, like, go so low on cards, I think we could have maybe done something there, but that was ridiculous. That's not fair. Alright, hybridization seems great here. I think Biomancer does not seem like it's going to be particularly good at this match. Hypnotic Sprite might actually be fine. What else? They have blue cards in their deck, so Dispute actually might be okay. I don't know that Master of Waves is going to be as good if they're attacking. If their plan is to attack with like 9/9 tramplers and flyers, like this is probably not as good. So we might just be better off playing Disputes, because these can counter that stupid Ensoul Artifact. And I mean, it's a 3-mana counterspell, but so is this. Alright, well, we're just doing it like this. I guess we could... You could make an argument for cutting an island, but if we're having this many 3-drops in our deck, I don't really want to. Okay, this actually looks like a real hand. I'm glad we get to keep one of those. That would be nice. It still might not be enough for this, but we'll at least keep it and try. At least hybridization is going to be good, I think. Alright. Spire Bluff. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I don't really need to do that just yet. depending on how this goes, if he tries to Ensoul this thing, I may bounce it in response. Or if he just attacks, then I might just flash in Trickster. And try to eat this. Yeah, he has a shock. Slash, okay, this is the same thing. So this turn will probably Harbinger it. I hate this stupid Ginger Brute. Let's bounce this and deny them the cards from it. Make them have to restart. We have Dispute still up. We really want to draw another land so we can hold up all of these things. Yeah. Alright. Do you have Ensoul Artifact? Fry? No, that's pretty good. I can't do anything about that. Yeah. They're tapped. This is all they're doing, so. I mean, I guess Master of Waves would be good against that, but the problem is Master of Waves in combat against like Ensoul Artifact is actually not very good. How do I do this? I might end up... I guess I just have to like pass back to them. Yeah. I don't know how well this is going to work out. I might just need to like cast Brazen Borrower. I really don't want to deal with that, but no, it's... They're not even casting like anything relevant. Oh, fuck. I cannot afford to let them have Copter. Make him use the mana on his turn. I'll wait till his combat to do it. That's terrible. I can't actually do anything with that, and he can just equip it to this. Now this colorless aggro deck is going to do it. Yeah, I've remembered this card. This thing is actually very good. I think the correct thing to do is put it on a Ginger Brute. Yeah. Because that's like a clock that I can't really deal with. And I'm also in a scenario where, like, if I don't bounce this thing, then they can just draw a bunch of cards off of it. But if I don't bounce this, then I'm just going to die to it. I guess, like, denying them the card, I think, is worth more right now. But not by very much. Like, this is terrible. We are in a serious amount of danger. This kind of deck makes me want, like, Ratchet Bomb in the sideboard, because if we can just Ratchet Bomb on one, that seems very strong. Alright, well, I guess this. We're taking 6 damage next turn, so not really where we want to be because we're dead to like this thing. Mutavault's just gonna get in there. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's right. This too. 7 damage. I guess I could have tried to dispute that. And they wouldn't have been able to attack with Mutavault this turn. But it doesn't really seem like that matters very much. Like, we were just so fucked. Yeah, like, Master Wave's not being able... Like, the tokens can't even block this, so... It's not like he really mattered, like, a whole lot anyway. There's nothing I can scry here. Definitely not that. I mean, I'll play it. It doesn't do anything. The Ginger Brute still kills us. I'm countering this thing and then I'm conceding just to fucking prove a point. Because I can't do anything about this. Alright, well, that was terrible. We just got utterly train wrecked by that. I don't know, maybe Ratchet Bomb is actually good in the sideboard. I don't know. It seems like it would have helped there, but... Jeez. Alright. What do we got? Okay, well, we're on the draw. This is another, like, unkeepable hand. This is part of the reason I just hate MTGO, because I just keep having this happen to me, and it, like, makes me not want to play this game. I guess, like, this is okay. We'll keep it, but it's... At least it's, like, 2 Master and 1 Thassa and not the other way around, but this hand's incredibly slow. Alright. Alright, well, it's getting better. We really want, like, another land and some 2-drops. Alright, so what's going on with this? Nothing, huh? Pass. I can do this too. I'm assuming this is Phoenix and they're gonna, like, use the Merchant of the Veil to haggle at the end step. No? Okay, so what is going on then? Are you just trying to hold up counter spells or something? Mutavault. Is this the same deck? Like, are we playing against the same thing that we played against last time? Alright, I'm going to play Thassa because I think if you have a counter spell, you want to counter this, but we need the Devotion for Master. Okay. And then if you don't, like, this just scries us into things that make these better anyway. Ooh, Brazen Borrower. Okay. Oh, you did this on my turn. Okay. Normally you wait till the end step for that, but it's fine. So maybe this still could be like Phoenix, I think. But these 2 cards make me question that. I'm not really sure. Oh, wait, are you playing like Red-Blue Eldrazi? What the fuck? Champion of Wits. I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, I guess. Maybe it's still what I think it is. I just don't get this. What are you discarding? Come on, show me. I don't get how this card fits in this deck. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. You're gonna play Elder Deep Fiend in this deck, aren't you? Because you want to sacrifice this thing, and then you trigger the Sanctum of Ugin, and then tap my stuff. Okay, I got it. Yeah, Elder Deep Fiend seems like it'd be very good. And they do have Flame Wake Phoenixes. Alright, so... Yeah, 3. It's fine. Alright, I sort of have an idea. Like, I think discarding this is going to hurt because we have the Jhin, but... We're still pretty far behind for having not done anything, really. That is okay, but the problem is, like, this deck is really reliant on, like, enter the battlefield triggers and shit like that. It's something I can cast with Flash if they try to, like, Elder Deep Fiend and tap me down. That might be worth keeping it just in that basis alone, but I don't know. Because I really don't want to be bouncing either of these things. And I don't want to bounce Elder Deep Fiend either. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Well, that worked out beautifully like it always does. I guess maybe we just have to keep it. But the plan is going to be jam Master Waves and hope for the best. This is weird. It's been a long time since I've seen like this card. And especially a long time since I've seen this one. But I assume that he's going to cast Deep Fiend. If you're doing that, you probably wait till my turn to do that, though. Because I think it has Flash, and you can do it in my upkeep to tap my lands down. No, Royal Scions, okay. Maybe they might not be casting it, but I assume that's why that this is here, because the Deep Fiend does trigger the Sanctum. Yeah, First Strike and Trample is really good. Yeah. I don't have a good way of killing this, but this thing is very dangerous. No blocks. Okay, scry one. Nope. I guess. It's wakey wakey eggs and bakey. So if I attack you, you go to 15. But what if you're at 15, like you actually might just die next turn, right? What are our chances of dying here? Is it +2, +0? I think I'm just attacking him. I can't kill the Scions this turn anyway, so I would have to wait a turn regardless. But I might actually be able to kill him next turn, depending on how this goes. Okay, that's interesting. Do you have like another Brazen Borrower that you're going to bounce this or something? Because at this point, I can just make these unblockable and attack. But if he bounces Master Waves, then I don't have enough mana to do that. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't think he can do enough flying damage to kill me. He has to remove this so that this and Mutavault can get in. Can't block. But I think we're just dead if he has Elder Deep Fiend. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. You can just tap down our things. That seems actually relevant. Yeah, okay, here he goes. So, do you have Walking Ballista in your deck? Because if you do, I think you win. Yeah. What'd you get? Oh, he chose not to search. This thing doesn't have flying, though, so that's worth noting. He's just trying not to die this turn. So here's the cool thing. I'm not actually dead to this yet. However, this is very dangerous to him. So he has to block with this, so he'll go to 1. I could kill this, actually. It might actually be worth killing this, because I think, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so I'll attack this. Yeah, attacking him doesn't really do anything. He just goes to 1, and it's irrelevant. But this also gives him less flying damage to come at me with. There's a lower chance that I die this turn. And yeah, alright, now we have a very good chance of like actually killing him. Master Waves is getting in there for a bajillion damage. Yeah, okay, well, we managed to like clean up here. Okay, so that was good. So let's see. Tidebinder Mage, they have Flamewake Phoenix in their deck. It's actually fine against that. Ugh, I should not have done that. Brazen Borrower. Again, Biomancer does not seem like it's going to be good here. Maybe this card is just not going to be good in general. We side this out a lot, so I don't know. Maybe I don't want this in my deck. I don't even think we've drawn it once. Sprite seems like it's okay. It's a flyer. It's also a counterspell. Bouncing their stuff is not really the best plan in the world. But I do need to keep things that have flash. Because flash is how you beat Elder Deep Fiend. Jin beats Borrower in combat, so that's fine. Master Waves is okay. Elder Deep Fiend is not a blue spell, by the way, so Dispute is not going to catch it. However, this can catch other things that they cast, so it still might be worth bringing in anyway. Let's see what else. This might not be a match where we need all of the Thasses. Master Wave seems like it's very good because it's immune to like all their removal. And it makes a lot of bodies that it can get past Elder Deep Fiend in that direction. I think she's fine. I just don't know if this is a match where I really need this card to push through. I could do it like this. Alright. I mean, there's also an argument for this hybridization and Tidebinder. Do it. Why? 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 No. Stop giving me one land. This is my life. This is how we play Magic online. We moldify. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't keep that either. Whatever. We're on 4 cards. This is my life now. He kept 7. I don't even want to play this game because there's like no point. We're on 4 cards on the draw. Like, what possible chance do we have? This is almost just not worth it. Like, come on. Like, I know that I make mistakes when I play, but how in the absolute fuck does Magic Online expect me to, like, win with a 4-card hand like this? Just ridiculous. This is still, like, a non-game, in my opinion, because they kept 7 cards in the play. There cannot be any way, and, like, how do we come back from this? We just can't. They would have to be, like, really, really bad at this game, and I don't think that they are. They're doing nothing on turn 3, I don't get it. Whatever, I mean, we're just gonna cast it and, like... I guess that's our plan for victory. If our opponent does literal nothing the entire game, then maybe we can win. Whatever. If they have a counterspell, like, I cannot play around it. There is no way I could play around Mystical Dispute or anything like that. No, I would love to, but I can't. There's nothing I can do. It's just... Oh, it's terrible. Sure, Royal Scions. This is another stupid Planeswalker design. Like, this is almost like Oko, where it's like, this Planeswalker comes out and it has 6 loyalty the turn that you play it, so it literally cannot, like, even... It's so hard to kill it in 1 turn. At least it doesn't make blockers to protect itself. But why do these 3-mana Planeswalkers come out with, like, 17 loyalty on, you know, turn 3? That's insane. Again, if you have another dispute, I can't do anything about it. This is our hope. If this does not resolve, then, like, we can't win anyway, so... That was it. This was our entire game plan. And it also dies to, like, Kozilek's Return, which is very likely in their deck. Okay, that's it. We're done. Nope! Done. I'm not dealing with this. Remember how I said it dies to Kozilek's Return? That's exactly what happened. Alright, yeah, I don't really think I can afford to change much of here. I guess maybe I need another dispute to counter their dispute. I'm just going to take out Thassa. I still think Master of Waves is our best way of trying to beat this deck. Okay, this looks like a real hand. So, was it absolutely necessary to just give our opponent what effectively amounted to a free win in Game 2? Like, I would rather play, like, actual real games of Magic, where, you know, we both keep, like, within 1 or 2 cards of each other, not a 3-card difference. Alright, well, I mean, it looks like we have a pretty decent chance to win this Game 3. What are you even thinking about? Are you trying to, like, bounce one of these back to my hand? Like, go for it. If you try to attack with Mutavault, I'm just going to play Trickster and tap it down. If I do it like this, then you don't get to keep your creature. I also don't understand why you didn't do that. Well, I guess you wanted to see if I was going to play something. Interesting. Yeah, that's fine. They don't have a third land, that's a good sign. Which means this dispute is probably very strong here. Lightning Axe, okay. I want to keep my flying anyway, so you just 2-for-1'd yourself on a grizzly bear. Yeah. You have to do something this turn and just hope for the best. Yeah, so I think that you have Kozilek's Return, and you are considering, if I flash in a creature, just wiping my board. So I would love to not give you that opportunity. So here I will play Harbinger, and then if you want to wipe my board, I can counter it. But we're looking to draw like Master of Waves now. So they've used 3 removal spells already. Okay. Bouncing Harbinger is not the end of the world. I can still flash in both of these if I want to. I'm not really concerned about the Borrower, it just means that this isn't going to be attacking most likely. Probably just Harbinger. Sure. Play Trickster. I have to keep some devotion in case I draw Master. Alright, at least I can attack here. I have 4 cards left. I can counter whatever they cast the next. If they try to cast Brazen Borrower at any point, I can dispute it, but I probably can't attack into this Mutavault as is, so. They're trying to play the control role against our deck, and it's going to be very tough for them because we have more mana than they do. That was a very good draw. Thassa now can let this attack into the Mutavault with no issue. Yep. So what are you holding back here? So we can also scry into a double blue thing, and then we are getting attacked for 7. That seems pretty good. I can cast it and attack with Thassa. I don't know reason to bounce anything, so. Okay, what do you got? Can you, like, stabilize this? You are on removal or bust. If you have Elder Deep Fiend, that can stabilize because you can tap the creatures. That buys you a turn. Yeah, okay, you have Stomp. Fine. I'm still... okay, that means they have to be in trouble. I mean, you can't... I think you have to attack there, right? Because I'm not blocking. There's no reason for me to block. Yeah, put that on top and I win. Alright, well, despite fucking MTGO trying its absolute best to make Game 2 not a game, Game 3, we have just absolutely crushed Game 3. I still think that's incredibly frustrating. Like, the one loss that was like, this barely even counts. Because it was barely even a real game of Magic. It wasn't. It was not. It's 7 versus 4 cards is not a real game of Magic. Especially not for our deck. Like, we need... like Merfolk in Modern and even in Legacy, we need density of cards in order to win. It's not like Tron where you can just mold a 4 and have like great hands. So let's try to win and get our money back in this. Okay, well, this is a good sign. We're on the play, and we are playing against Clyde the Glide Drexler. Okay, interesting. This is a good hand. I can keep this. Holy shit, we actually are allowed to have these? I had no idea. I think I'm going to play Benthic Biomancer first. Because there's a very good chance I might want to adapt it. Okay, Thoughtseize. These are all very good cards to take away with Thoughtseize. So he took Thassa, that probably makes sense. It's the one that's the hardest to remove. I guess we're discarding a Brazen Borrower. It's probably good that we adapted because I really want to draw lands next turn so I can actually do anything. Okay, so we're up against this deck again. I see how it's gonna be. Alright. So I guess, do we want to play Hypnotic Sprite? No, I think we're gonna use Brazen Borrower. Yeah, let's just Petty Theft this back to his hand and just attack. Yeah, that's fine. You have Fatal Push? Okay. Let's get this out, and we'll start building up towards it. Because now we can try to dig for another land so we can double spell. Walking Ballista on 2 is very good. This might be like mono black control. This means what Master of Waves is going to be very poor. This, however, is going to be very good. Because this means after we bounce this back to their hand next turn, then we can actually counter it. Which means I can't play Siren Storm Tamer because he just Walking Ballistas and kills it. So what's going to have to happen is we're going to play Brazen Borrower. We're going to take the hit off of this. I have to try to do it like this, because this is the only way that any of these cards are going to stick. Okay? The question is, do you want your card back? Because if you ping me again, you don't get it back. Then I also don't get this, so... So it looks like they do want it back. Okay. So I think we want a land... no, I need lands. Because I want to be able to deploy this and then still have Wizard's Retort up. Because now if they go and try to play Ballista, we can just counter it. Nope. I'm going to counter this. I'm hoping it doesn't have a land. Alright, well, Ballista's coming back. The problem is, like, we don't have a good way of dealing with this either. Yeah, this is just getting to be a problem. Like, I don't think we can beat this Ballista. This is not really... I guess I'm putting it on top. All of our creatures are extremely vulnerable to this stupid Ballista, though. I just didn't think that we were going to be able to deal with this either. I don't know. So many of these things are just death sentences at the moment. Like, I have to counter that. Okay, so this is like the same vampire deck that we saw the first time, except they actually have Ballista in their deck, which is extremely fucking dangerous. And they can still kill off 2 creatures next turn, which I can't do anything about. And yeah, like, that card that is a great 1-drop. Our deck, unfortunately, does not have a 1-drop of that caliber in it. No. The Harbinger does bounce this, I guess. Alright, let's attack. Ah, that was a mistake. Well, I mean, I fucked that up. I should have played the Harbinger first. Because I could have put Harbinger and Borrower out so Thassa's alive, and they'd have actually had to use the Ballista to kill it. I can't be making mistakes like that when I'm this far behind. Alright. I still have to do this. Thassa could have attacked for 5. So he can kill off 2 things. He could kill off the Sprite and a Borrower. It'll take... Well, yeah, now it's not a problem for him to do that. Yeah, sure. I think that he absolutely needed to attack there. I don't know why he didn't. Ballista just kill off, like, this thing. Okay, well that was free. This definitely goes on top of the deck. Because this is devotion that they cannot ping away. So how does this work here? These are going to die anyway, so... I just don't think I can win otherwise. Yeah, that's fine. You can kill off that. You're going to kill off the sprite too. I would love if you did, but I think that it would be a mistake to kill this right now. Okay. I mean, they could have another one in hand, so that's possible. So let's see, they have 6 mana, so they can actually do this twice. Okay, yeah. So the problem is this by its, like, I have to block something or otherwise I'm dying. He can do it twice, and if he does, it attacks for 7. Oh, it's a 1-drop that can attack for 7. Oh my god. Alright, and then this will be 9 damage exactly. So unfortunately I do have to block, and I think the only thing I can really afford to throw away is Harbinger of the Tides. So he can use 3 mana to save his creature, which I assume he'll do. But at least it doesn't get a counter on it. However, I have Thassa to block it next turn. I'll attack with Tempest in, Flash in Borrower, and then use Thassa to block. Alright, how bad is my life about to get? That's terrible. That is disgustingly terrible for us. Really? I don't get this. How does that make sense? I feel like that was your way of winning this game easily. And now, if I just cast this Borrower, I can attack with Thassa for free, so let's do that. I'm not concerned about this killing me. You kill Sorin, you go for his face. I think our opponent is trying to throw this game away. Like, there's no... The Ballista, I think, and that were both... I don't understand those. Like, I feel like he had a much better chance if he didn't do that. No, I'm definitely using Trickster on this. Because we could actually kill him next turn. And it's not exactly clear how he's not going to die. Never mind. Never did he not have it. Okay, fuck it. They can make like a million mistakes, but they're like if we had drawn what? I don't know. I guess yeah. I think we needed a counterspell. Like never did they not have it though. Like just that is extremely frustrating to watch them like try to throw the game away as much as possible and then have it not matter because they could just like draw that and win anyway. I don't know. Welcome to Magic. That's just how this game is now. Gary the Traveling Salesman has perpetually been an enemy of Master of Waves ever since they were first in Standard together. I don't know. I guess we need these disallows, and Master of Waves is actually not going to be very good against Walking Ballista. Do I want Benthic Biomancer? Ugh. Not really, like... Hybridization seems fine. Okay, well, let's do this. I don't feel terribly good about the... Oh, come on! How many... I gotta start counting this. How many times does this fucking happen to me? Why don't you just put me on 6 cards immediately, and then, like, I don't even have to worry about what 7 would have looked like. Okay, what do we put on the bottom here? I feel like all of these cards seem like they're fine. Guess disallow. I want to keep all the things that are proactive and do things. Put this on the table. Just, I mean, he might have Fatal Push if that's the case, so be it, but it keeps Wizard's Retort online. It can't really do anything with that at the moment, so pass. Our plan is just going to be to try to counter something. Literally anything that you like play this turn, I'm wasting this counterspell on. Did they keep 7 cards? Yeah, of course they did. I guess we're attacking back. If you have Ballista, we're so fucked, though. Let's just tap this down. Maybe it means we can counterattack. Yeah, of course. Why would that not be the case? I'm almost sort of wondering if I need to bring in, like, something to deal with this. Maybe, like, Sorceress Spyglass? I don't know. I don't have a good answer to this card. Yeah. We're stuck on 2 lands now. Oh, good. Now he can just machine gun the board down if he wants, because he can just have... He has the combination at this point. This is too little too late. I can't kill the Sorin now. And next turn he can... Yeah, he can just continue to kill off my creatures. Like... This is a losing board state. So I guess and one option is gives that death touch, just puts 2 counters on it and kills off 2 of my things. I can force him to kill off this as one of them, and then he can just... That doesn't do anything though, because like, I don't know. Ugh, he's still gonna attack. Like, this is all losing. Maybe I draw rapid hybridization or something. I'm not sure. No, this is all just terrible. Like, I can't do anything here. Gary? No, another walking ballista. I should just concede to this, because now, like, we're dead. Now I can literally kill off my entire board. We're not doing this. We lose our entire board, and we're not beating the Sorin, so... That match was a complete clusterfuck. I don't know what's wrong with this. Like, how do we defeat that? That's a problem. We've faced that deck twice, and Ballista just seemed like it was a card that we could not destroy. So maybe this is a card that we need against it. But I really don't want to be playing this card against, like, that deck. Like, a lot of times it's just a 2-mana don't do anything, and then you're dying to, like, the rest of the creatures that they play in the meantime. And it's not like it stops them from playing Ballista anyway. It just keeps it from pinging off your stuff. But I don't. Maybe we just have to play like Needle or Sorcerer Spyglass or something to deal with it. I don't have a good answer to how to defeat it. Like, their 1-drops are also incredibly better than ours, and even their 2-drops are like, the Gifted Aetherborn swings through this board without a problem. And yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I have a good match against the mono black deck, and I have no idea how it is that I'm going to fix that. I'll probably talk about it with some people, but it just seems like it's a pretty hopeless scenario, because especially like on a board state like that, how do you come back? Like, you can't. Like, one of our best cards in the deck is just absolutely worthless against it, because the Ballista can just ping it off. And they also have stuff like Collective Brutality in their deck, as we saw, where they can just kill it with that if they really need to. Sorin also kills this thing. Like, the Tempest-Jin, in theory, is really good until they Ballista it away, or, like, find a way to, like, Fatal Push it off the board, so... I don't know, the counterspells are really slow against that deck, and, like, all they're really good card. They have an extremely good curve of very powerful cards, so... Losing to it twice sucks, and... Yeah, I don't know. I once again, like, we had another day where it's just a bunch of, like, 1-land, 7-card hands that are just terrible. With 23 lands, mind you, like, it's not like we're not running enough lands. Like, this should be way more than enough to, like, have a reasonable curve. And half the time, it's like we're either keeping 1 land and not drawing more, or we're just keeping, like, 5 lands, and then we draw, like, the rest of our deck is just lands. I don't know, that's how this game works sometimes, I guess. I don't know, I've just been frustrated with Magic in general, like, this entire year, really, and I don't know, like, I don't feel like I particularly want to keep playing like this, but I know that we can fix Mono Blue Devotion, probably, but it's very hard to get motivated to play this game at this point. Like, Standard is completely dead to me. Like, Oko has destroyed that. And with things like, you know, Teferi and Karn and Narset and Plague Engineer and Wrenn and 6, like, it's clear that Wizards of the Coast does not give a flying fuck about, you know, Modern or Legacy whatsoever. And then, of course, you had, like, Hogak, which, like, completely nuked Modern over the summer, and now Urza is a huge problem, too. And, yeah, it's just... They obviously don't do any testing for it, and they don't really seem to care very much, and it's hard to get excited about something when, you know, Wizards themselves don't really seem to be excited about it, and Legacy now is, like, being dropped from the Star City circuit. Like, there are no more Classics, no more Opens, not, like, your best bet for... The only thing you can do is, like, a Legacy challenge as, like, a side event. So you get to play a 4-round side event that's basically a glorified FNM for Legacy. Like, that's it. Like, there's a handful of, like, of legacy tournaments that go on around, but the appeal of Star City doing it was that where I live in like the East Coast, and there are several different Star City events that are close enough for me to drive to. So if I wanted to play a Legacy Classic and have like a 7 or 8 round Legacy event to play in, I could do that without having to pay for a hotel room. But now that they're moving it just to like SCG Con, like that's totally out the window. So it's like, okay, Legacy is on its way out. Like the support for Hit has dropped like a rock, and what do we how do we do this? Like Modern is in a I don't think Modern is in like a terribly great place. Like it's fine sort of. If I think maybe if something from Urza went away, like it would be playable, but I don't think that it would be fun. I still think that a lot of the cards that were printed this year just make, constructed Magic in general for these formats just not fun, because a lot of them are just the best card to play against this card that's wrecking you is the card itself. Like Control Mirrors, oh yeah, if you're playing, you have to play Teferi because it's the best card against other control decks. Like that's not healthy design at all, and it just feels like a lot of the cards are like, oh, they're humans decks. Okay, well let's print Plague Engineer because that way it'll keep that under control. Well, it turns out that like humans will just sideboard Plague Engineer themselves. So like they themselves are playing it against themselves, and like that's the worst kind of way to design a card, where it's like the card is a good card against itself. And it just feels like that's been the theme of design this year. You've seen like the Mythic Championship that's going on. I think like 6 out of the top 8 were just Oko decks. So yeah, like how do you design a standard format that's such a trash fire that banning Oko probably doesn't even change very much in the format? Like all of the rest of the cards, like Gilded Goose and Hydroid Krasis and Nisa, they're all still gonna be there, and they're all still gonna like be just as ridiculously overpowered. Like they're not going away anywhere. Like I find it hard to believe that any of the Fires of Inventions decks are gonna be able to like compete with a deck like Simic Flash, for instance, or even just like the green ramp deck that is playing Oko now. Like they still have like what 8 out of like the 10 strongest cards in the format, even without Oko. So really, like banning Oko is going to change standard? I don't think so. I think you have to ban more than just that, and I'm not sure how many cards you would have to ban from standard to even make that a fun format again. So this could also really just be its own rant, and maybe I should like I could have done like a separate video for this, but I don't know. Like the more that I've been playing Magic in the last like month or so, like the more I've just come to realize like I'm not enjoying myself most of the time, and that's sad because like I really love this game, and like I love collecting the cards, I love the artwork and everything, I love the themes of all the decks and stuff, but the gameplay just feels like it's suffered a lot this year, and it's just it's trying on my wanting to keep doing this, and I think it definitely shows. Like I definitely don't feel like I'm playing at my best because I'm on some level I just don't want to be doing it in the first place, but then I just keep doing it because I want the practice from doing it, and then it just ends up like this too. So I don't know, like that's kind of where I'm at, and it's I don't have an answer as to like what's going to happen with any of this going forward. I don't even know what I'm going to do going forward, but for the time being, I guess I'm going to continue doing this because people seem to like watching it. So sure, why not? I do this for everybody else, I guess. But it's just it is frustrating, and it's nice to be able to express that every once in a while. I wish that I could change the way that Magic has gone, but I think that this has probably been the single worst year for like design and Magic. Just it sucked the fun out of like pretty much every single format. Oh, we didn't even talk about Vintage. Like Vintage, a format where it's known to be so you can play with the Power 9 in your deck, and the person's the person who fucking won like the Vintage Championship like won because they Oko'd their Black Lotus to win the game. That's right. Oko is apparently so ridiculously broken that like even in Vintage it's like completely upsetting like how that entire format is played, which they're playing with decks that are like $10,000 or more, and I have to imagine that it's pretty upsetting when like that format gets radically changed that much to where a standard card that they decided to put out is like utterly like it like came in first place in like the vintage challenge, and like I think also was in the winning deck for the vintage championship. So what a ridiculous sequence of events. Like just what is Wizards doing? I don't get it. Oh, and then there's a controversy with like what they're doing with Autumn. Oh my God, I don't even want to go into that because that is an entirely different thing. But I'm sure that if anybody has been paying attention to like pro Magic on Twitter lately, you know exactly what controversy I'm talking about, and it's just like I have a lot of thoughts on that, and I'm fully in support of people being able to play those cards, but like that is also something I don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole right now because there is no good answer for that on anybody's side at the moment, and just wow, I don't understand how Wizards of the Coast has managed to like fuck up as much as they have in the last year. Like they have a good track record of fucking up, but like geez, 2019 like is a fucking new record for them. So just wow. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, that went off the rails a little bit. Like I just needed to like say some of that shit. And yeah, if you keep it bottled up for too long and it comes out and you're playing you just make more mistakes when you're not like honest with yourself about it. So, you know what? That's fine. I feel a little bit better having said some of that. And I mean, let me know how you guys feel. I'm interested to know, like, do you think Magic is better or worse as a game from like post War of the Spark? Has everything since then improved or made Magic worse as a result? I would absolutely love to know like what people's thoughts are in that because I just can't understand. I cannot fathom who might actually enjoy Magic more. And if you do think that the game is better as a result of like everything that's happened since then, please, I'm interested to hear how and why. Like I would love to hear some dissenting opinions on that. But like it is such a foreign alien concept to me that like anybody could find that more enjoyable than it was. I don't know. It screams of a failure of design to me, and I don't know how you fix that. I don't think it can be fixed. I think that everything is just like that permanently going forward. Like you can ban one or two of the cards, but you're never gonna fix it entirely because you'd have to ban like 15 cards in order to do that from like every format, and I just don't see that happening. So, all right, well, I'm ending this. I hope that we do better with this next time. So next time we'll probably do either Legacy or Pioneer again. We'll see. Who knows? Well, I'll figure it out when I get there. So take it easy, everybody. Have a good night.